Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Survivalschule.at. My name is Mike, and today I want to talk with you about Mora knives and why they really kick ass. Okay, let's talk about Moras. Mora knives are very, very cheap. That's the first reason why they are so highly recommended, and the second one is they are lightweight, so no weight on even a big knife like this one here. The modifications I've done to this one I will show you in a separate video, so stay tuned for this one. Okay, again, cheap and lightweight. That's, in my opinion, one of the most reasons why they are so highly recommended and so favorited by really big bushcrafters. I mean, Dave Canterbury has used one of this in his beginnings, and Sepp from Wildhandwerk is using Moras since ever I can think. Even Hobbex P from Freddy from Sweden is using Mora knives, and quite a few others like Mos Koshansky, Cody Lundin and several else are using Mora knives. Let's talk about in detail why they are so good and practical. Well, it's all about geometry. The blade is very thin, around 2.5 millimeters, and with this Scandi grind and this very thin blade, you'll get a razor sharp knife. And this sharpness comes right out of the box. Well, there are carbon steel for everybody who is able to spend some time on cleaning and maintenance. And they make also some stainless steels. I prefer the carbon models because of the better rockball hardness and the durability of the blade. In my personal opinion, the stainless steel blade is way too soft. And you can strike a spark right out of the spine from this knife with a flint. On a ferrocerium rod you have to grind this angle down to more rectangular shape before you can use it with a ferro rod, but that's not a big deal. Geometry, lightweight, cheap, and very useful. You can't get a knife better than this. I mean, a knife which covers all four of those is the winner, no matter which brand it is. But you can beat it with this price. Great stuff. This is the Mora Number 2, which has the bigger handle and the longer blade, which is 11 centimeters all in all. And yeah, I like it. I love it. Well, most of the Moras have really crappy sheath. I mean, the sheath on every Mora sucks. This is my personal opinion. Don't like the sheath. But I want to show you now some size comparisons. Let's put away this one for a second. As you can see here, there are already two different knives. Now 3. Well, there is one knife which is missing in the whole series of these classic models, and this is the number 3, which is much longer. Well, I don't have any use for a blade this long with this thinness, so this is my collection of MORA Classic. MORA Classic 2/0 with a short 7.5 centimeter blade and a very short handle. Great as a neck knife too, but because it is lightweight you can hang even the biggest of those three around your neck. The one in the middle is the Classic number 1. It has a slimmer and shorter handle than the number 2, and the blade is around 6 millimeters shorter. But even a great knife. And this is my personal favorite. It's the number 2. It has a great big handle which fits perfectly in my hand, and an 11 centimeter long blade. And even the blade is a bit wider in width than the number 1 or the 2/0. This is the smallest knife. It's a nice small little tiny knife, but works also great. But just to see all three lined up, you can get an idea on which one would fit you perfectly. Well, the sheath, as I said before, crappy plastic sheath. Nothing fancy, nothing nice looking, but they do the job. They hold the knife and it works. As I've read and seen many times before, people said that the biggest problem on Moras is that the knife don't hold in the sheath very good. Well, if you put your thumb and give it a good tuck in your sheath, there is no coming out, unless you need it. And this works with all three of them. So I hope this helps you guys in your decision of your Mora knife, and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. Mike from the Survivalschule.at.